Then you water it, and then you're pretty much done. Hey all, welcome to T&T Homestay. This is Terry. Went to church this morning. After church, we ran to one of the bigger towns to get some wood to make that ladder. Picked out some good 2x6s, and that's what I'm getting ready to work on. We did get a lot of stuff done yesterday. We got the loft taken care of. We did some cleanup outside in several different places. We just got a lot done, and it was really good to get that done. We got all the stuff that was over here to this side. So while that's all up there, it don't look horrible. And we tried to put some things where we can get to some things easier than others. And then this side, of course, it's all done. That floor looks good. I just tossed the sleeping bags and pillows up there for later this week. But first up is the ladder. And I took the template that I made yesterday, and I've already etched it or traced it on this. So I'll get this cut, just a couple of cuts on this end, and sand it, and my bride will be able to paint it. Anyway, those are cut, sanded, and ready to be stained. And my bride is over here staining the rungs. We've got 6 2x6s, and because of the way the wall worked and everything, we got 1 2x4 that'll be the very top rung. Basically, I was going to have to take a 2x6 and cut it down to a 2x4, so that didn't make a whole lot of sense to doing that, especially since we had 2x4s. So once those are stained and dry, we can put the ladder together. I don't know if that'll happen today, but soon, maybe today. If not today, maybe tomorrow. So it depends on how work goes tomorrow. So while we were at the store, we did get some hooks for inside the bathroom so we can hang towels and the like on the wall, and so I'm probably going to go hang those up while I'm waiting for the stain to dry. All right, there we go. 4 hooks. Put them below the top one so it lets more light through, and towels and whatnot that's hanging here won't block light, considering the fridge is on the other side anyway. All right, so while I'm waiting for the stain to dry, I decided to go ahead. I got the hangers hung up, as you saw. She's still staining, and so it's going to take a little bit to dry. So I decided what I'd go ahead and do. Today is October the 8th, and so I'm going to go ahead and get my garlic planted. I didn't have a good garlic harvest. I think it was because of lack of water. I think I thought we were getting more water than we were, and so I didn't do any extra watering, and the garlic harvest was pathetic. So I ordered some fresh Lohr's Italian garlic because we love this stuff. It's sort of spicy and just garlicky, and we love it. Basically though, you just take the cloves off of the head of the garlic, and that's step 1. It's not hard. If you can eat garlic and have ever taken it off of a head, and other than just the jars that you can buy minced garlic, just take it off the thing. And then it came in a little pouch that it came with 4 heads, and that's where I'm just putting it at the moment. I have to get the garden bed ready. I got to put down some manure, rake up some leaves. I only have 2 garden beds at the moment prepped, and one's got tomatoes in it and zinnias, and the other one's got a little bit of lettuce, a little bit of squash, and actually a little bit of lettuce, a little bit of spinach, and 4 squash plants that are just taking over the place. Why I thought I could plant the spinach and lettuce so near the squash is beyond me. I know better. Or zucchini, I guess. But I've got room at least in part of the bed for this. Basically what you're going to go for though is when you're taking these, you want the largest cloves that you've got. I got some that came out like this one. Usually the center cloves in the very middle of the head of garlic are smaller than the outside ones, but you want to plant your largest cloves. Your larger cloves tend to make larger heads of garlic. It's not completely always 100% true, because I've had some really nice harvests from even planting the small ones, because it's hard for me to not plant those. I mean, I know I could eat them, but I bought them to be as seeds, so I sort of hate not to use them as seeds. Anyway, but like this one, this is a nice clove of garlic. Will make a perfect seed. This one right next to it, All right, well, I've got the soil prepared. Just basically added some top dressing of some manure. And now I'll space these out. It said, my favorite, it says 6 feet apart. No, sorry, it says 6 inches apart at a foot and rows a 1.5 feet. And that makes no sense to me. I've never grown it that way, and I've never had any problem. Again, last year was a different issue. Basically, I do about 6 inches apart, but I don't make rows a 1.5 feet across. I'd read something once about some of those planting schemes was for when you have fields and fields and fields of this stuff with tractors going down the center. I'm not putting a tractor down this raised bed, nor am I walking down the raised bed. So 6 inches apart all the way around has always worked for me. Your mileage may vary. So that's sort of up to you what you decide to do, but that's what I do. Again, until last year I never really had a problem, and I still think that's because of moisture. So basically right there, about 1.5 inches, 2 inches down, and then I'll do it again. Do it again. So I'll get 4 here, and then I'll get several that direction. And then you take the clove of garlic, root side down, stick it in the hole. And I've got 20, I think I've got 20 spots here. And then you just cover it. And water it. Then you water it, and then you're pretty much done. For fall garden, you're supposed to put a couple of inches of mulch on top of it, and I will before winter gets here. But at the moment, I'm just leaving it like this. I put the cage back on top of it so the chickens don't get up here and have their way with the garlic. I've got about 8 more cloves I would like to plant, but I'm out of space. So I think what I'm going to do is you can plant garlic in the fall, or you can plant it in the spring. I've always planted it in the fall. I may try to take these 8 and plant it in the spring, and then compare the harvests to see how that goes. But some of the smaller cloves I'm not going to plant just because of space, so we'll end up eating those, because we'll eat those. But these last 8 I'll just put in a nice cool dark place until spring, and then we'll plant them as soon as it says as soon as the ground can be worked, which in Oklahoma is pretty much anytime. So I'll figure out when I'll plant them, and then I'll get them planted then. But that's going well. The zucchini, I keep calling it squash. I mean, it's a squash plant, but it's zucchini. It's trying. I don't know how much. I keep getting flowers, male and female flowers. I just don't know if I'm getting the pollination correct. And so we'll see. The plants are doing great. I'm getting lots of blooms. I just don't have a lot of growing zucchini yet. The tomatoes were all knocked over again. I don't have great tomato cages. We ended up, when we moved, we left the tomato cages there, and that was not on purpose. So hopefully they're using them and didn't just throw them out. We've made tomato cages in years past out of concrete wire, and then measured out, cut it, and I'll do some more of those before this next year. So I will show you how to do that later this year. All right, I know my wife's putting more stuff in the fire, just doing some more cleanup, especially cedar trees and the like. And I've got about an hour and a half of good daylight, so I don't know if I'm going to help her or try to work on those stairs. We may end up waiting. I don't want to get stain all over the place. Well, I'm done. I'm out of light. I ended up working on the yard. I figured I could work inside the cabin. There's a couple things I want to do in there, move my desk around and stuff like that, but I could do that after dark. The wood wasn't quite dry, and we just wanted to set it up really well. So stopped doing that. So I did start cleaning up some more of the wood we cut down, working on the solar, and let me show that to you real quick. So this field is almost completely done. I got the high wheel trimmer out and I could not get it to start to save my life. I've been messing with that for 15-20 minutes. I mean, it'll only take me a couple minutes to do this little section. But this looks so much better. I still need to buck and split some of that wood right there, but that will be not today. So this looks better. This tree right here may come out, the one right in the center. We'll see, haven't decided for certain, but this whole section here will be nice and clean. Well, before the grandkids get here. If they're going to play ball in this section right through here, the ball will end up over here. So we decided to make sure it's cleaned up before they get here. Anyway, time to put up some stuff. I got some more wood to split, but that's not happening today. Some of the trees we cut down are green, and they're not really wanting to burn too terribly well. They're burning okay. And I hate to call them trees, they were tall twigs. Anyway, that's it. I'm hot, I'm tired, and I'm thirsty. But it's been a good day. We've gotten a lot done. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get that ladder finished, put together, and yeah, we'll go from there. Got a lot to do this week. I got 3-day week, and then I'm going trout fishing with my father and my uncle, with my uncle's church, and looking forward to that. That's this coming weekend, and come home and do some more work next weekend. But hopefully, it's starting to get darker earlier and earlier every day, but hopefully I can get a little bit of work done after work, Monday and Tuesday anyway. So anyway, y'all, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.